It is Friday, and welcome to the program here on Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, alongside with Aaron Glandon for today's expose.
Not Mike Smith.
Not really an expose, really. It's a display of good stuff going on in our communities.
Beneficial news you can use.
Precisely. Now, there is one or two stories we have today that's kind of bad news, but it's heads up. Heads up because of evildoers.
Right.
So we're going to try our best to get you informed there to let you know what to prepare for in this instance. All right. Welcome to the program. It is Friday as we head towards the weekend. We got a lot of things to share with you, and it starts with weather. See how things are shaping up for us. We'll have partly sunny conditions, and it's a little cooler outside right now. Temperatures reach the mid-60s, and you're wearing shorts today.
I am wearing shorts. I just wanted to show off my tattoo.
Yeah, I did see the little edge of the tattoo sticking out on your leg there. So, and that tattoo is a tomahawk?
It is a tomahawk.
A tomahawk. Hearkening back to your high school days at Adina?
Sure.
Okay, sure. That'll work. Rain is possible for Saturday. High temperatures about 66. For Mother's Day, sunshine and 70. Perfect for mom.
See, that rain at 11 a.m. tomorrow worries me, because I will be at an outdoor wedding at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
And no tents?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. At the event we were at, which will be leading the news here yesterday, dealing with the groundbreaking for the folks at the Humane Society, I saw that there was going to be a tent, but I didn't realize it was going to be a small tent.
Yes.
Fortunately, we had cloud cover, so I didn't have to worry about getting this sunburnt again. I think I'm still peeling in some areas. All right, coming up in just a moment, we'll take a look at those news stories for you. But first, let me tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 is the number to call. If you've got a need for a dumpster at your business or your home, they can take care of that for you. Give them a call. They'll bring it to you. And when you're done filling it up, they'll haul it away. 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, created in the memory of Bryant Bean's Butt, call 740-703-0611 or email Jim Butt at jbutt6355@gmail.com. Well, the stories we're going to share with you today, you can find on our website, littermedia.com, but you can also peruse here through the news feed of our Litter Media Facebook page, as well as Litter Media X, and that's where you'll find a lot of the sports that we do on a regular basis. Mike keeps that pumping with sports information throughout the evening, so if you want to subscribe to our channels, please do so, including our YouTube channel, which is where you'll find video today of this story, talking about the 70 folks or so that were at the Ross County Humane Society's groundbreaking over on Lick Run Road yesterday. That's Jen Thomas, and she was an emotional Jen Thomas, as you can imagine, as we were getting ready to break ground for this new home for the Humane Society.
For the past 25 years, our current building has been the heart and soul of our organization. It has served us well, providing refuge and care to countless animals in need. But as time marches on, so too must we adapt and evolve. The reality is that this current building has reached the end of its lifespan. I think I've been saying this for the entire 10 years that I've worked here. In my tenure of 10 years with the shelter, I have had a hand in the incredible transformation we have undergone. Those before me laid the groundwork for a better program, and I just took it and ran, learning as I went. From the brink of financial failure and uncertainty to the stability we have today, our journey has been nothing short of remarkable.
And a fantastic job that not only Jen, but her entire staff do at the Ross County Humane Society. And if you'd like to help out, they're not done raising money. They're still about $500,000 shy. They were able to break ground yesterday, but they still have other needs to be taken care of. So there is a fundraiser, and that fundraiser, you might have seen her holding the flyer for this, Dueling Dogs, Dueling for Dogs it is, pianos event. Dueling pianos, we've seen a lot of that here late. Chillicothe Elks is where this will take place on July 13th. Now, these dueling piano players are coming out of Cleveland to be down here. Another reminder that there is a mobile dueling pianos being performed tonight here in Chillicothe at the Bishop Leger School for its fundraiser for improvements for the school's gymnasium.
You just took my story.
I did take your story, didn't I? I apologize. Do you want to take the next one?
That's all right.
Okay, all right. Senior membership means I didn't pay attention to the color coding of our script today.
The color coding that you did.
That I did, yes. Courtney Lewis was in studio with us yesterday, and the Chillicothe and Ross County Public Library to talk about the summer bookworm program. Lewis says they'll begin signing up readers this Monday.
So the library, a lot of different libraries across the country do this summer reading, and it's obviously to encourage reading throughout the summer, keeping your levels where they need to be of reading, and just something to do, during the summer. So we have called ours Bookworm, and it's been that way for a long time. But basically, it's anybody being able to come in and read, and you sign up. Pre-registration starts Monday, May 13th. And basically what that means is you can get the information, all of the paperwork that you need, find out when our programs are. And there's just challenges that you can do, simple little activities, and just tracking your time. And then at the end, you get a prize, you get entered in. Kids who, we have a bingo card is what it looks like, is how we do it this year. So when you get your first bingo, you can come in and you get a free book. So kids can pick that out. And then after that, you fill up the card and you come to our finale party. We'll have a kickoff party. It's on June 5th at 5 o'clock at the Northside branch. And it's such a good time. We have face painting, we have snow cones, we have lots of activities and games. Staff are there to help if you need help registering online for the bookworm. But it's just, all in all, it's just a really good time.
We talked about a lot more other than there's the bookworm. But if you want to find out more about the bookworm program, you can go to this interview that you'll find on our website, littermedia.com, as well as YouTube channel, and, of course, here on Facebook.
And Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on there. I was thinking if I've put it on there yet. I have.
He has.
Ross County Sheriff George Lavender reports there's another text scam targeting the community and local churches. A local church member received a text from who she thought was her pastor. The text then stated they were busy and did not have time to go buy gift cards. Sheriff Lavender reminds us scams are everywhere, and they will try everything to get your information and money.
Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost has launched an investigation into concerns about the state teachers' retirement system's susceptibility to the hostile takeover by private interests. The Attorney General's office has received documents containing what his office called disturbing allegations related to the STRS board. Yost says that he will conduct an investigation into these matters and will take any necessary actions to uphold the public's trust and confidence of the public in our state institutions. You can read more about this on littermedia.com.
City of Chillicothe is seeking suggestions from residents on areas where street signs need replacing. Use the free app Chillicothe Fix-It. The submission deadline is May 31st. You can also find Chillicothe Fix-It on the city's official website, chillicothe.com.
Cirqueville Eagles presents Boogie on the Blacktop. Their concert series kicks off tomorrow with North to Nashville. Admission will be $5 at the gate. The gates open up at 6 p.m. The concert starts at 7. They'll have food trucks, drinks, and other refreshments available for purchase as well. Lawn chairs are welcome.
And don't forget, volunteers are needed tomorrow at Green Lawn Cemetery for the cleaning of monuments for military members in Soldier Circle. To learn more, check out Mike Smith's visit with Eric Gano, Bob Leach, and Jonah Pulver about the cleanup project on our Litter Media YouTube. That was a couple months ago.
Yeah, we gave folks an early look at what that might be. You'll see this banner up on the fence right there next to Soldier's Circle.
That's hard to say, isn't it?
It is. You got to do it slower. But when you go down Eastern Avenue here, we went by yesterday on the way back from the Humane Society, and I saw this on there as well. So don't forget to just be prepared to put some elbow work into this stuff. And I remember Eric Gano in the interview talking about having a special mixture that is used for these monuments to get them clean. So again, if you can help out, tomorrow is the day, and they'll be providing lunch as well.
You said susceptibility right, though, in your Attorney General.
I rehearsed the word maybe 15 times by accident, but I think we got susceptibility down.
There you go.
Fayette County Health Department is conducting one of their more popular offerings. It's June 11th and July 9th. It's called their Safe Sitter classes. Say that 5 times fast. The class is for students going into the 6th, 7th, or 8th grades, and the cost is $50. Students will need to bring a packed lunch. You can register by June 3rd by calling 740-335-5910 to reserve one of the limited spots.
And May 18th will be Shred It Day at Circleville Middle School between 8 a.m. to noon. A food drop donation opportunity will also be available to help the Pickaway County Food Pantry.
Our road report for today takes us down to Scioto County, where work has begun for a resurfacing project on US 23 and State Route 728 between the city of Portsmouth and the village of Lucasville. This is south of any route being taken by the superloads, by the way, in case you're wondering about that. Work will occur daily for this construction with the estimated completion during the summer of 2024. So that's a look at what we have for you news-wise. You can, again, find a lot of those stories on our website, littermedia.com, as well as here on Facebook, as well as Litter Media X. Coming up in a moment to look at sports as tournament season continues. But right now, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you missed a conversation we had yesterday, or no, take it back, it was on Wednesday, wasn't it?
That sounds right.
With Mitch Higgins and Amy Harris from Accurate, they talked about the service agreements that you can have, that really, it's great preventative measures for whatever system you have. You want to find out more? Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com, and it takes you right to AccurateHVAC.com.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Time for sports, and it's a wonder Mike Smith didn't melt last night because he was out at the FAC track and field event, and look what started coming down. It was rain at the Frontier Athletic Conference Track and Field Championships. The rainstorm, of course, it kind of put a damper on things real quick. The end result saw only a few point difference between the championship and runner-up positions. Hillsborough edged Chillicothe by a half point to win the boys' team title, 155 to 154.5. Then came Jackson with a 124.5 to 99.5 win over Miami Trace. Actually, forgive me, that is boys track continued. Jackson was third, Miami Trace fourth, Washington was fifth. McLean comes in at 38 points. McLean won the girls' championship 143 to 141 over Chillicothe. Hillsborough was third, 137, followed by Miami Trace, Washington Courthouse, and Jackson. You can see our gallery of pictures within our web story at littermedia.com. It's a shame for the Chillicothe kids because things get cut short, and I know that they all had good 4x4 teams, and that's usually the last event to get those extra points there. Right. SOC was also in action. Wheelersburg takes the girls' D2 and the boys Division II titles. Portsmouth Notre Dame was your D3 girls champion. Oak Hill was the boys champ in D3. And we want to single out medalist Paige O'Brien of Waverly. She was the Division II for girls meet medalist, and she was one of our Neil Coleman Insurance, Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week earlier in the spring. So congratulations to her. The SVC track and field finals are tonight at Paint Valley, while the Mid-State League Buckeye meet will be taking place at Fairfield Union. Chillicothe boys volleyball saw its season come to a close with a 3-0 loss to DeSales last night in the district final. A power outage in the building delayed the match for over an hour, so then they had to resume things, and Cavs just couldn't get back on track. Cavaliers' season ends with a stellar 20-4 record. You can read more on our Facebook page. On our Litter Twitter. Chillicothe girls softball wins a Division I sectional championship. I think it's been a while since maybe 10 to 15 years since they've won a D1 championship. Congratulations to those girls. Now they'll get ready to take on Lancaster, who was leading their contest yesterday 12-0 when rain interrupted their play. Tays Valley, you see there, suspended, leading Logan 6-2. Lancaster again was leading Independence. Division III, you had Wheelersburg picking up a win again. Adina wins. Piketon wins over Zane Trace. Huntington takes Crooksville 2-1. That was a close one. Fairfield over Westfall. Northwest, South Webster, Rock Hill, Ironton, Meigs, Colegrove, and Wilson all with wins. In the D4 sectional final, no scores on these, but it's possible they might have been interrupted by rain as well.
Some of these scores are blowing my mind. Wheelersburg 26, South Point 0.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Offense and pitching leads the way there. The 2024 FAC baseball champion Jackson Ironman spearheaded the all-conference selections announced this morning. Jackson pitcher Gavin Jones has been named FAC Baseball's Player of the Year for leading the Ironman to the title. The complete list of all the FAC baseball teams can be found on our website story. Workers assembled a number of baskets for this weekend's Gus Macker basketball tournament yesterday. There you see a lot of the stanchions for those baskets. They'll be preparing the courts on Water Street for the event today. Play begins Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Championships and the toilet bowl rounds being played Sunday. And there you see some of the work being done. This is always cool just to watch them put them together, and then they put all of this over on the streets. This will take place on Water Street, and I believe the main court is going to be right there at the south entrance to Yaktangi Park.
Yeah.
So you get a chance to see that, and that's where all the championship games will be played. And, of course, you want to see the toilet bowl games as well. The Reds dropped their 8th straight game yesterday, falling to the Diamondbacks 5-4. I guess if there's any solace in this, it's just the fact that they were starting to score now. They had gone for a while where they were being shut out and could not get run production. The Guardians fell to the White Sox 3-2 yesterday. But good news out of Boston for Cleveland, a 118-94 win. I believe they outscored Boston by 26 points in the second half.
Oh, wow.
Pretty incredible. So congratulations. That series tied now at a game apiece, and I believe it now moves on to Cleveland.
Yes.
That's a look at sports for you.
Reds stink.
Everybody goes through a streak of some sort, and you hope that it stops at 8 and they can get back on the winning track this weekend.
Yesterday, we hoped it stopped at 7.
Correct. And the day before at 6.
Yeah, exactly. So when will it end?
Hopefully they put a dagger in it tonight and get back on the winning track. Coming up, a look at this date in history, and we are dialing up the Litter Media Wayback Machine for 1775. That's coming up.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane, online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. Find out more at litterpropane.com.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Wherever you are there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center is celebrating 50 years. They're serving our community with chiropractic needs, physical therapy, nutritional needs, and many others too. If you want to find out what other programs and services they provide, just click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you right to their website, which is hayneshealth.com. Going back to 1775 for this date in history, and a couple of familiar names for you. And we're not talking furniture or eggs. Ethan Allen and Benedict Arnold lead a successful attack on Fort Ticonderoga in upstate New York, while the Second Continental Congress assembles in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The cannon seized at Ticonderoga and the next day at Crown Point, also on Lake Champlain, allowed the new Continental Army under General George Washington to drive the British from Boston the following spring. Ironically, both Allen and Arnold would eventually be accused of treason against the Patriot cause that they had served so well in its earliest and neediest moments. Allen avoided conviction for his attempt to reattach Vermont to the British Empire in the unstable days of the New Republic. Arnold's name, however, became synonymous with traitor for his attempt to sell the fort at West Point, New York, to the British in 1780.
And that's Arnold right there. And he looks like a scumbag.
Oh.
Doesn't he?
He doesn't look like a war hero. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think that might be the more politically correct way of saying that. Yeah, he didn't look very manly in that picture.
No,
either.
he looks pompous.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. And we did. we just let him live in infamy of being a traitor.
Yeah. We didn't exile him or anything.
I can't remember.
Were we still doing that back then?
For kicking him out of the country and saying you're done?
Yeah.
I don't know. There may have been a level of forgiveness. There may not have been. I don't know. I haven't researched the story that well.
Yeah. I know the French were doing that back then because Napoleon was exiled for a while.
Mm-hmm. So you took the world history class. I did not.
Well, I also watched the Napoleon movie that just came out,
which I've not seen.
It's all right. 6 out of 10.
And how long is it?
Maybe 2.5 hours.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay. I hear Joaquin Phoenix was pretty good in the movie.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Is he taller than Napoleon though?
I'm sure.
So they have to do some computer generation like they did with
I think
the Hobbits and everything.
I think the Napoleon is short rumor was propaganda from his enemies.
Is that right?
I think for his time he was perfectly average height, but it worked because we all think of him as a little man.
That's true. And which takes us back to the Warner Brothers movies. I think there was cartoons. There was a cartoon in which Bugs Bunny went toe-to-toe with Napoleon.
Yes, another one you're speaking of.
And he was taller than Napoleon in that as well.
Well, he's got long ears.
That's true. He did have that. Not speaking Napoleon, speaking of Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
All right, that's it for the program for today, and we've got a busy week again next week. It seems like things do not slow down when spring and summer begin. So a lot of things to share with you next week. In fact, we're going to be military-focused on Monday with 2 special editions, one at 9 o'clock, getting ready for Ruck 22, First Capital Ruck 22 will be in. And then we'll also have a focus on the 100th celebration. It's the anniversary for the Chillicothe VA Medical Center. So that will be at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock on Monday, followed by the next edition of this program, which you'll be able to hear on Litter Media Radio throughout the weekend and many of the other interviews that we've done, too.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. For Aaron Glandon, I'm Dan Ramey, and for Mike Smith, watch his updates on Twitter tonight. So long, everybody.